Hey guys, how you doing? Let's talk about faith real quick. What is faith? Faith is actually the response of a man's spirit to the word of God. The response of a man's spirit to the word of God. Yes, a lot of the times when we talk and think about faith, the first thing that comes to mind is Hebrews 11 verse 1, which says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things that are unseen. And that is absolutely correct. So that means faith is substance. Faith is giving substance to the things of hope. That means faith dwells in the realm of reality, whilst hope dwells in the realm of unrealities. And faith is that substance of that which was unseen. But you see, when you look at James chapter 2, he then speaks thereof and he says, faith without works is dead. So, one thing you need to come to understand is that when you're saying you've got faith in God, there have to be works that are accustomed or works that accompany that faith that causes there to be a manifestation. See, a lot of the times when you're looking at that, when we're thinking about works, you're thinking about the faith for something, where you're thinking that there's a certain thing that I need to do in order for me to be positioned well enough for there to be a manifestation. But you see, this faith that was being spoken about in James chapter 2 was the faith in God. And the Bible is saying faith without works is dead. So what God is actually trying to say is you can't claim to have faith in me, and yet you do not embody the characteristics and nature of me. And that's the reason why when you're looking at James chapter 2, he was talking about the poor. And he was saying, how is it? How can you claim to have faith in God? And yet when the poor come unto you and say they are hungry, instead of giving them bread, you give them just by the word and you say, go in peace. And he's saying the people that do that do not have faith. Why? Because that faith that is being spoken of, the faith that one has in God has to embody the characteristics of love, the characteristics of Christ. Only then can one truly say that they have faith. And that is the works that are being spoken about when we're talking about James chapter 2, where he says faith without works is dead. So as you go about your day, as you go about your day, dwell in love. Embody the characteristics of and nature of Christ. And that's the reason why he even said in Genesis chapter 1 and 26, and he was speaking about man, and he said God created man not only in his image but in his likeness. So we do not only just but look like Christ, but when God made man, he also made sure that man was made in the likeness of him. So that means man embodies the characteristics and nature of Christ. That is exactly what it is that was on God's mind when he made man.